This morning, at least 40 people are dead after a brutal storm system spawned these tornadoes and left widespread destruction across the South and wildfires as well. So far, 67 tornadoes have been reported. A dozen of those deaths were in Missouri, where violent tornadoes caused serious damage. In the city of Rolla, a reported EF2 tornado touched down and damaged a gym just days away from opening. The only items left were the heavy weights inside.
I had my daughter in the house with me, and I had to put her in the closet and just make sure everybody in the house was safe. That was my main goal.
Out of all the years I've lived here, nothing like this has ever happened, and it's just astronomical.
Arkansas residents describe going through the storms and then seeing what was left of their neighborhoods. The small town of Diaz was in the path of what's estimated to be an EF4 tornado, according to initial reports, with wind speeds just shy of hitting the EF5 category. Many are now returning home to an aftermath that they weren't prepared for and having to say goodbye to things they held dear to their hearts. And take a look at this video out of Alabama, where a bus was tossed onto the roof of a high school in Talladega County after a possible tornado hit the area and destroyed the gym. According to officials there, 3 people were also killed in the area. It's believed as many as 16 tornadoes swept through Alabama this weekend.
The damage not limited to what was left behind by tornadoes. Winds from this system fueled wildfires across Oklahoma and Texas. More than 130 fires reported in Oklahoma alone, leaving nearly 400 homes damaged or destroyed. The fire danger far from over. A red flag warning is in effect, where several hundred homes, as I just mentioned, were burned. At least 4 deaths reported. I pulled this map here from NOAA indicating where these fires flared up over the weekend. Look at right here in the central and northeast portion of Oklahoma. And as I zoom out a bit here, you can see the fires mostly in that northern portion area. Really small spot fires throughout that state. At the largest size, 3,000 acres in Stillwater, we saw one fire sweep through the region. Oklahoma State University is in this area. Families left to assess the damage this morning. But Rich, looking at the radar, how is this shaping up this morning?
Well, actually, at least in terms of like all the tornado activity they had over the weekend, that's led up. The remains of that storm is moving off the coast as we speak right now, and it looks pretty quiet over the central portion of the country, except for some snow up there in North Dakota. But we take a look at the watches and warnings. There's a fire weather warning, which is basically a red flag warning covering most of the Midwest. You can see stretching all the way from South Dakota, Nebraska, all the way down into Texas, and then also high wind warnings, which is part of what's giving us the red flag warning. So they're really having a tough time there. This is really early in the season, but those areas are running anywhere from 15 to 25 degrees above normal for their high temperatures. In fact, we look at those high temperatures today, they're especially get down into Oklahoma and Texas, they're into the mid 80s, might even be pushing 90 degrees in some of the warmest spots. So an early arrival of that fire season. It extends, in fact, all the way over. They had red flag warnings out for parts of central and southern Florida this morning as well. So unfortunately, an early start to the season. It's been dry and hot, so we'll continue to track that as we move on into the week.